clam. It'll be mine. Yeah, that's definitely where we need to go. But there's interesting things here first. Like minecarts and coal. Lots and lots of coal and iron. Ooh. Iron ore is definitely useful. Oh, the ectoplasm is Kim's body, right. That's interesting that it actually just pops up like that. I thought it just despawn and not leave anything. Oh, very interesting at all, indeed. Getting a lot of mana fungi, thankfully. I don't know if we can actually use it. Actually, no, we can't, because it just does what it does. It's not an ingredient that you can use in alchemy. But it's certainly useful to have around. Euro's house discovered. 4 euro. That doesn't look like something that's friendly. We'll find out soon. Pretty sure it's not friendly at all. Didn't give me anything dodgy. Where's the other one? There it is. Surprised that Jaspar could get this far without having to kill rats. Disciplines of magic entropy. What's this? The disciplines of magic entropy. Entropy. Along with psionics, entropy is one of the most infamous of magical disciplines and is part of the school of Sinstra. It is comprised of manipulation of life and death, the conjuration of supernatural creatures, and the use of necromancy. Mechanics. An entropic mage brings about eventualities which alter a being's life force. Thus he does not hesitate to revive diseased beings, imbuing them with artificial life and so deliberately turning them into lost ones, undead marionettes obeying his will. Furthermore, entropists understand how to conjure magical anomalies, ethereal creatures such as wolves, bears or trolls, and also elemental weapons. Fantastic. Or elementals or weapons, shall I say. However, the most abominable and dangerous form of entropy is necromancy. In this discipline, the conjurer is able to focus the energy of death and use it against his enemies. To understand this, the student of the magic must be aware of the following. Death is an omnipresent power, inherent in every living being. It is present from the day of one's birth, although first 2 decades one's life force can withstand it. Afterwards, however, it drains one's vitality little by little until it is spent. Entropician is capable of bringing death that exists in other realities into ours in a focused way. The result is a fearsome thunderstorm of light, lightning and fire, the sounds of which resemble the cries of the fallen ones. Indeed, necromancy exceeds all other schools in terms of sheer destructiveness, but at the same time the practice draws upon the mage's life force as well. It is not uncommon for entropists themselves to die through the excessive use of their magic. 2. Reputation. The use of entropy is forbidden to path-abiding arcanists, and is punishable as a capital offense. The bone readers of the Skarg, and rumour has it some mercenaries in the melee, are known for practicing it, while the motivation of the latter remains unknown. The Skarg consider entropy to be holy, which is no wonder considering their general barbarism and pathlessness. Nevertheless, for reasons unknown, the bone readers seem to be more successful in bearing the physical consequences of its use. Key elements of the Skargian entropy include bones and body parts of the deceased, as well as diverse narcotics, by which the bone readers believe they are able to establish contact with the dead. It is assumed that they believe the bones function as some sort of focusing point. Of course, if these barbarians had any proper knowledge about magic, such ostentation would be absolutely unnecessary. Cool. Learned a bit more about entropy. Oh. A bit of blood behind this door. Nothing here. Staff of healing? A broom? Staff of healing, that's very interesting. Heals target 30 points of health. So it's not going to heal self. There you go, Kim. Damn. Well, that's a bit of a bother, isn't it? Boots. Footprints of the world travelled. One set item. I'll look at that in a second. Spoiled cheese. Suppose that's not going to do anything good for me, is it? Does 5 points of poison damage. So if I eat that, yep. As one would assume, if you eat the spoiled cheese, it would do 5 points of poison damage, which you do not apply to your item. That's pretty cool. But now I'm in serious need of actually healing. Horseshoe, righto. Well, it's worth a lot. Still at that stage where I need to actually buy things. I mean, get a lot of items and whatnot so I can eventually afford nice things. Stamina regeneration and mana. Oh. I have to eat that, unfortunately. Skinner and the Wild Magic. Gosh, so many books. Too many books. Yeah. This is an apprentice lockpick? You sure? Ring of Legionary, bow 7% more damage and a silver garnet ring. I can take this whole frickin' pot. Holy cow. Him. Out of the way, please. Alright, if I explore this place to my heart's content. Blueprint for leather cuirass. You right there, Kim? No, you're just dying, okay. Take it all. Right. Oh, what's that? No, it's just a piece of mushroom. Euro cellar. He's not going to make it easy to find him, is he? Oh my god. I thought that was Euro. I was like, no, Euro! But it wasn't Euro. It was just a highwayman. Please don't step on that thing, Kim. I told you not to step on it, Kim, but you stepped on it. Thankfully. You didn't kill me. Blazing spark. Some pennies. Pretty sure there's actually people in here which we should probably take care of before we go around looting everything we see. Well, that looks like a trap to me if I had seen one before. Iron gauntlets. Some other random things. Nothing hidden here. What is this? So I could go down it, but I can't. Okay. Probably already checked out that chest, didn't I? I suppose I should probably go back to just looting. Take everything I need before I move on. And run before Kim does that. Shh. It's okay. Shh. No, it's okay. Disciplines and magic sonics. It actually reminds me of that broom that I picked up, which is completely useless to me. And there's 2 chisels. And that mug. And there's tongs. How the hell did you get here, Euro? Seriously.
Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck?
I mean, just spar. Frickin'.
Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck?
Well, yeah, What about you? Did you find anything?
I did, yeah. Some kind of closed-off room down the hallway here. Just give me some time to figure out how to get it open.
Yeah, I found what Euro tried to get rid of. Yeah, have a look. Show that to the spa.
Interesting. I didn't know about his companion's fate, to be honest. Irony of fate, isn't it? Murdered by those you wanted to help. But the Order will definitely be interested in these letters. Well done. That just leaves the old man in the village.
I had a chat with this Alfred. He seems to think that.
Well, that's interesting. Good work. That should be all we need then. Splendid.
What about you? Did you find anything?
I did, and now I finally know what to make of it. Come, follow me.
Oh, good. Lead the way, sir. Is that everything? Yep. Let's hope he set off the traps before me. Oh. I'll be with you in a sec, my friend. Gotta loot the place first. Oh, a novice, huh? Damn. We're doing alright. A red apple. Really? How the heck am I running slowly now? Am I over encumbered? Did apple over encumber me? Yep, it did. Fair enough. We finally hit our limit. I thought it was going to be a while. Where's the ice claw at? So I picked up one, I'm pretty sure. Can I read these? No. I did pick up an ice claw, didn't I? I just don't remember where the heck it lives now. Might be an ingredient. Nope. It has to be in here, right? Yeah, it's a food item. Now I can run? Yep. Now I won't be able to run. That's fine. I need to drop something of less importance. Like goblets. Really? The goblets didn't do it. Okay. There we go. Starling lock. I suppose I should talk to Jespar first before I go fiddling with locks. Another lock. I did pick up some horseshoes, I remember that.
I present
Whoa.
a Star People's lock. And I bet my buttocks will find another answer behind that door over there.
A Star People's lock. I've never heard of that before.
Doesn't surprise me. This kind of lock is usually only found in treasuries or castles. But they can be picked, though that's going to be quite the challenge without the bolts.
You need bolts to open them?
Normally, yeah. It's quite simple, actually. Every keyhole has a matching bolt that latches into place once you insert it. And once all the keyholes, 5 in our case, are latched, the door the lock protects opens up. If you don't have the matching bolts, however, you should prepare yourself for the most frustrating break-in of your life. That is, if you don't happen to be Jespar, who knows a little trick.
Oh, Jespar. What kind of trick do you know?
You can use wooden sticks instead of bolts. They'll break a couple of seconds after you put them inside the lock, but if you manage to get all 5 sticks into place before the first one breaks, you can basically trick the mechanism. It's all about speed, in other words. So I'd say you do the running, and I'll wait near the pressure plate. You ready?
Hang on. What exactly do you need me to do? That was a little fast.
You're right, sorry. All you have to do is insert 1 stick into each of the 5 keyholes as fast as possible. Once you've done that, I'll push the pressure plate, which will open the door. If you're too slow, we'll just have to try again.
Shit. Alright, let's do this.
Splendid. Here are the sticks. Alright, go!
Okay, so where are these bolts? Hi. I also want you. Okay, there's 2 there. 1, 2. One, 2 there. And there was 1 there, 1 there. Uh-huh, okay. I gotcha. Oh fudge, I lost where it was.
Damn, that was too slow.
Ah!
We'll try it again.
Bleh. I'm
Damn,
sorry.
that was too slow. We'll try it again.
Oh, cool. You said your job is recovering lost things. Does it mean you're some kind of treasure hunter?
Treasure hunter. That has a nice ring to it. But, But let's just say I help people to fulfill certain materialistic desires of theirs. Just like the Holy Warden who brings back the lost shoe to the maiden. Only the maiden pays me to do it. And I have a more flexible conscience, so to speak.
Mysterious sellsword. I like that.
You do? That's good. But let's save the socializing for later, okay? Usually I am always in for a good talk, but for now let's focus on the mission.
You said your name is Jespar Mutmiel Dalvek. Isn't Del a title nobility here in Nehrim? In Enderal? Almost said Nehrim.
Huh. Well observed. Yes, I am indeed sublime by my path, but please, just ignore that, will you? I'm not a big fan of titles. Most of the time, they're just a means for boring people to feel superior towards others.
Fair enough. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Shit, where's the other one?
Brilliant!
Thank the gods.
We're really good at this. Now let's
Thanks.
take a look and see what the old Magister didn't want anyone to see, shall we?
Oh! Sehr good. We're going to save that there, so if it crashes, we won't have to go back through doing that again.
Oh shit!
Holy Kim!
Oh, a fire elemental. And not a weak one. This Yarrow knew about magic, that's for sure. That leaves us with the question of what exactly this is supposed to be.
Holy... That's, Syrah. Looks like a corpse. But whose?
I suppose that's his companion. Though it's interesting that he was already on the wrong side of the law way before his rampage.
Oh, there we go. Knowledge. He was on the wrong side of the law? Why?
Well, burials are considered heathen here in Enderal, and have been forbidden for about 300 years now. Here, corpses are always cremated. The whole thing's called the Last Journey. The deceased is taken to a place he or she considered special during his or her life, immediately after dying. That's the only way the soul can move on to the eternal paths. Sounds very poetic, but I'm pretty sure the only reason the Order introduced the law was to prevent plagues. Plus, they might have noticed that too many lost ones running around on trade routes aren't that much fun for wanderers and traveling merchants.
So, burying someone like that is considered a crime?
Yeah, but of course that only goes for the little man. The rich and powerful still tend to their family crypts. And there are still plenty of old vaults around from the time before this whole last journey thing was begun. And it's good that way. What would life as a treasure hunter be like without the notorious noble looking for family jewels in a century-old grave?
So what now?
Let's take a look around and see if we find anything.
You did well, Kim. I'm proud of you.
Huh?
Huh? Is that what you say? Hero's Memorial Book. Thankfully it's not that long. Beloved Syrah, this is my final letter to you, and I am writing it to ask you for your forgiveness. Forgiveness for murdering you. Because that is what I've done. I can't very well imagine how you would react to this if you were still alive. You'd smile, shake your head, and tell me that this was one of my moments when I tend to blow everything out of proportion. But as much as I would like to believe that, you'd be mistaken. No, it's not me who ended your life, but I still bear the responsibility for it as I who let it come this far. Why? Because I was the one who deceived you. I was the one who told you those ridiculous tales of heroes and idealists. It was I who told you that only cowards give up, and it was I who infected you with all these ideas of mine, which were no more than foolish illusions. I see it now, clearer than ever, but I didn't then, because I made a mistake. The mistake of thinking that this world wants to be saved. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But the more you think about it, the more apparent it becomes. It doesn't. It never did, and it never deserved it anyway. And yes, I can imagine that you'd say that too. That I became what we always loathed. But Syrah, just look around. Look around and confront reality. Confront the world we live in. Look at how much we have and how little we appreciate it. Look at how we could work together, but we fight wars instead. Look at how we could choose love, but instead choose hatred. It's never been different, Sira. And no, there's no hope. No matter how much we tell ourselves there is. And it hurts. It hurts me to write this, but it really does. But it's the truth, plain and simple. I'm tired of clouding my mind with all these lies we tell ourselves again and again, just to avoid confronting the obvious. Mankind is at its end. A Quirian philosopher once wrote that there is no point in our lives when we make a choice. The choice either to live valiantly or austerity, or to live corruptly but in pleasure. The latter is what this philosopher calls choosing the void, because that is what's behind the surface of the supposed attractiveness of it. And do you see where I'm going, Sira? All of them, all of these numb-headed fools around us choose the void. We are among the few who didn't, among the few who dreamed of something more, and who were willing to sacrifice for it, and we might have succeeded if we hadn't been alone. But we are, Sira. We were alone. And now, they all talk of a red madness that affects our minds. Madness? It's so simple, don't you see? They realize that they've chosen. They realize that their lives are devoid of sense, of purpose. They can no longer look away from the truth. That they and their cowardice, that they and their ignorance shape a world with nothing in it worth living for. And no, I do not say this lightly. You should know this is better than anyone else. I wanted to believe it. I wanted to believe that there's a way. That we had to only try hard enough. But I see here, your withered body shows me that all our plans were doomed from the start. We should have fled to some remote island to become old together, but we didn't. And now, I'm here with your blood on my hands, all because I infected you with my folly. I'll go, Sira. I don't know whether something waits me after death, or whether it's just darkness, and to be honest, I don't care. But before I go, I'll give this world what it deserves. Do you remember what I wrote? They had the choice between virtue and void, and they chose the latter. They shall have it.
What's that? Let me see. Uh-huh. A tragic ending for a tragic personality, I'd say. Well, I think that should suffice.
What do you think about all this?
Well, what should I think about it? Yarrow was a self-righteous fool, just like all these do-gooders are. They celebrate themselves as great messiahs as long as everything goes well, but once they fail, it's the bad, bad world that's responsible for it. The wise hermit has a good saying for that. People are only idealists until it starts to hurt. He and his lady should have simply stayed in Riverville.
Okay, so come on, that's nonsense. Mankind wouldn't be where it is without idealists. If it weren't for them, we'd probably still be worshipping a Stow-torn. I kind of agree with him there, but I just want to do this one to see what he says in reaction.
I think that if we all just spent less time thinking about other people's problems, whores would have fuller purses, breweries emptier barrels, and tyrants fewer minions willing to cut their throats open for the one true god or the one true nation.
I'm sorry I hurt you. So what's next? Are we going to Ark?
Yeah, we are. Here, I've got 2 teleport scrolls that can take us right back to Riverville. Just meet me in the tavern once you're ready to go. I have some stuff to take care of, so there's no need to hurry. Farewell.
Holy magic, man. Shit, that's cool. Oh, now I'm carrying too much to be able to run. Oh, Sira. I'm sorry this happened to you.
Damn, that was too slow. We'll try it again. Too slow. Again. Again. That was... Damn. Fight again. Huh? Damn. Damn, too slow. Too slow. Fight again.